What's up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood Hug Knuckles back again with another reaction video. As always, by my side, HottSamn. HottSamn, and today we're coming at you with yet another RWBY video. OMG, RWBY.
Yes.
We just came fresh off of Chapter 8. And
Chapter
that
8 was
amazing.
Like, wow.
We finally got to see the team brought together, and
we got
brought
to
a
see
little bit of a
RWBY
tear.
like freaking behead a
Yeah,
freaking bird
whatever
monster.
it was awesome. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on. We finally solidified the teams a little more. Not just RWBY, but also like Juniper
and Cardinal, I think it was.
We've gotten a lot more character development from a lot of the characters. We're halfway through Volume 1. I feel like we're in a good place. And it left us off with Roman plotting something.
Yeah, and he had like cops and
Dumb cops.
On this map.
But like a map, and he had a beacon on there in the city, so it looks
and
like...
And a lot of freaking crystals.
Dust, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to be doing something with it. Mm-hmm. Something nefarious-like.
Yeah.
Where's the firewoman?
Don't know. But I really liked your theory that like she's like the leader of like a bad school or something.
I don't know that that's, necessarily the thing.
Yeah.
But I think that she definitely has something to do with that Glenda Goodwitch. I feel like it's like they're the opposite.
Like they have like
my other hand is in here. There we go. They're like the both sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One's good, one's evil. That's just my thought.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It really makes sense. So.
All right, but let's jump into this. Powering through. Still sick, but these are so good. They make me feel a little bit better, actually.
Yeah, they're so good. Oh my gosh, I'm fangirling so hard.
I want to watch more. We've gone from chapter 4. We're going to finish chapter 10 in this video. So we've done quite a few today, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do more.
Yeah, I was sad. Last night we didn't put out anything because I had to work and Josh was sick and stuff. But I was talking to them girls at work. I was like, have you heard of RWBY? RWBY's this thing and it's so cool.
Also, if you want to chat about it, we are going to have a live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so if you want to check it out, that'll be here on the YouTube channel. If you're subscribed, you already know. Mm-hmm. Also, we're doing it on YouNow. But if you don't use YouNow, don't worry about that. Yes. All right, let's jump into this one, though. I'm excited. This is Chapter 9, The Badge and the Burden.
All right.
It is Part 1, even though it doesn't say Part 1, because the next one's a Part 2.
Yeah.
Two-parter! What? And you get a car, and you get a car. I feel like Oprah. Every single time she comes in with the like spin move, I'm like, yes.
She's like, life is great. I have friends now. She's sunburned.
Yeah. Good morning, Team RWBY!
She looks very Gryffindor.
What in the world is wrong with you? Now that you're awake, we can officially begin our first order of business. Excuse me? Decorating! What?
We still have to unpack. And clean.
All right! Weiss, Blake, Yang, and their fearless leader RWBY have begun their first mission. Bonsai!
Bonsai! So I guess like each group gets their own like little
ninjas of love.
I love our eyes get tiny, like nobody can see this.
This isn't going to work.
It is a bit cramped.
Maybe we should ditch some of our stuff. Or we could ditch the beds and replace them with bunk beds.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
And super awesome.
It does seem efficient.
Well, we should put it to a vote.
I think we just did.
Objective complete. All right. Our
like that
second
the
order
boys
of
just
business
hang
is
Yeah.
classes. Now, we have a few classes together today. At 9, we've got to be... What? Did you say 9 o'clock? It's 8:55, you dunce. To class.
Class? We're gonna be late!
Monsters! Demons! Prowlers of the
Beowulf.
night! Yes, the
Death
creatures
Stalker.
of Grimm have many names, but I merely refer to them as prey. Ha ha! Ha ha! And you shall too upon graduating from this prestigious academy. Now, as I was saying, Vale, as well as the other 3 kingdoms, are safe havens in an otherwise treacherous world. Our planet is absolutely teeming with creatures that would love nothing more than to tear you to pieces. And that's where we come in. Huntsmen. Huntresses. Individuals who have sworn to protect those who cannot protect themselves. From what you ask? Why, the very world.
Hey, yeah.
That is what you are training to become. But first, a story. A tale of a young, handsome man. Me, when I was a boy. Despite smelling of cabbage,
Do you hear it's like blah,
my
blah, blah,
grandfather was
blah,
a
blah,
wise
blah.
man. Peter, he told me. In the end, the Beowulf was no match for my sheer tenacity, and I returned to my village with the beast in captivity and my head held high, celebrated as a hero. The moral of this story? A true huntsman must be honorable. A true huntsman must be dependable. A true huntsman must be strategic, well-educated, and wise. So, who among you believes themselves to be the embodiment of these traits?
I do, sir.
Well then, let's find out.
What's our
Step
deal?
forward and face your opponent.
It's like such a crazy
Why was she
voice
so
in it.
mad?
I think it's because she takes it so seriously and they made Ruby her leader. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I honestly
that
think
makes
that's what the
sense
problem
because
is.
she is like the leader and she's over there like goofing off and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm just gonna assume that's why she's mad because she seems to be like kind of the perfectionist style person and things like that.
Yeah.
Also, so I guess like all the Raven-like characters are called Nevermores. I caught that one.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other ones?
Beowulf.
Beowulfs. They said the bears were Ursas. I couldn't make out what the scorpion was. It was like King something, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
But so it seems like they have pretty cool names. But
Yeah.
Raven, Nevermore, like
But they actually do have names. We're calling them
yeah,
like birds.
birds. Yeah, evidently they do have some names. I'm trying to think of what all we took from this episode. So bringing them together more as a group, as a unit. They're living together. They look very Gryffindor-like.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying,
like
if y'all are Harry Potter people.
it's
but
like they're like sororities. Like
Yeah.
they're like we're like sorority sisters and
so that's kind of cool seeing like that type of thing. But again, Weiss showing through again as like the kind of perfectionist, like really kind of prissy character. So I kind of go back and forth on her, you know, how I feel about her type of character. But let's go into the second part of this and see what's up. Maybe she'll have a change of tune
yeah.
when she goes and fights whatever's in the box.
Okay.
Also, I like that character. I'm trying to think of the name of the kid, Nessingwary, from World of Warcraft. There's like this dude who's like a big hunter, and he gives all these quests throughout the game to like kill all these different creatures in the game. And it's, I forget his first name, but his last name is Nessingwary, and that's what I think of when I see that dude.
The guy who just like jumped up and was like,
No, the dude
Scream.
who's like the teacher, the hunter,
the guy with the
he's
weird beard?
because he's got like
Weird
the big
mustache?
gun above the little mantle of the class or whatever. And for some reason, it just made me think of that dude.
I also
from
love
World
how
of
he was
Warcraft.
like bragging about like killing something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
boy, they just slayed a bunch of monsters themselves. Like,
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Like in his day, think about how many things. If he's a guy who teaches you how to kill monsters, how many he's killed.
I know.
Although he's a fictional character, so none. But let's go ahead and jump into this one. Check it out. I'm excited to see how this one finishes off. See what Weiss gets herself into. Side note, before we get into this, also, so he was talking about how there's 4 kingdoms. He like made specific mention of like Vale is one kingdom. There's 3 other kingdoms, and then the Wild.
yeah.
I wonder if is Roman from another kingdom, and is that fire woman from another kingdom, and if so, does she run a school in that kingdom?
Maybe.
Maybe they're like at war or just don't like each other. I don't know, but I was thinking that too.
They remind me of like Game of Thrones, how they're
Type
from
of thing,
different
yeah.
like areas of the world.
Go Weiss! Fight well! Yeah, represent
She gets all
Team
the-
Ruby!
I want a ruby
I'm
flag.
trying to focus. Oh, sorry.
All right.
I like
Let
how
the
she yells
match
at her, but not the
begin.
rest of them. I love his little gallon.
Haha! Wasn't expecting that, were you?
Hang in there, Weiss!
Hold your approach. I like it.
Come on, Weiss, show it who's boss!
She like hates her. all
Oh,
of a
now
sudden.
what will you do without your weapon?
Weiss, go for its belly! There's no armor underneath! Stop telling me what to do!
Bravo! Bravo!
That was actually
It
kinda
appears
sad.
we are indeed in the presence of a true huntress in training. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to cover the assigned readings and stay vigilant. Class dismissed.
Damn, she straight up hates Ruby though.
Sheesh, what's with her?
It kind of came out
Weiss!
of nowhere a little
What?
bit.
What's wrong with you? Why are you being... What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a leader, and all you've been so far is a nuisance. What did I do? That's just it. You've done nothing to earn your position. Back in the forest, you acted like a child, and you've only continued to do so.
Weiss, where is this coming from?
What happened to all the talk about working together? I thought you believed in acting as a team. Not a team led by you. I've studied and trained, and quite frankly,
Jelly.
I deserve better. Ozpin made a mistake.
Now that didn't seem to go very well.
Is she right? Did you make a mistake?
That remains to be seen.
Professor Port,
Ah, Miss Shani. And to what do I owe this fine pleasure?
I enjoyed your lecture.
Of course you did, child. You have the blood of a true huntress in you.
You really think so?
Most surely. Something's troubling you.
Yes,
I love how he
sir.
closes his
Dear
eyes.
girl, confess to me your strife.
Well, I think I should have been the leader of Team Ruby.
That's preposterous.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's only been one day. Ruby, I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet.
I love how
But at
ridiculous
this
his
moment,
glasses
I would
look.
not consider your appointment holder to be one of them. Do you?
Excuse me?
I've believed in Professor Osborn for many years, and the man's never once led me astray.
So you would just blindly accept his decision, even after seeing how exceptional I am?
With all due respect, your exceptional skill on the battlefield is matched only by your poor attitude.
How dare you?
My point exactly.
Damn.
I see a girl before me who has spent her entire life getting exactly what she wanted.
That's not even remotely true.
That is so true.
Well, not entirely true.
Because you're rich.
Being a team leader isn't just a title you carry into battle, but a badge you wear constantly. If you are not always performing at your absolute best, then what reason do you give others to follow you?
So the outcome did not fall in your favor. Do you really believe that acting in such a manner would cause those in power to reconsider their decision? So instead of fretting about what you don't have, savor what you do. Hone your skills, perfect every technique, and be not the best leader, but the best person you can be.
I like this dude.
Yeah.
He's letting her know what's
Even
up.
though he doesn't have eyeballs.
You've been burdened with a daunting responsibility, Ruby.
Uh-huh.
I advise you take some time to think about how you will uphold it.
I feel like they just both got some serious life lessons.
I know. So emotional.
It's held up by books.
Weiss, I was studying and then I fell asleep. I'm sorry. How do you take your coffee?
I don't.
Answer the question.
Cream and 5 sugars.
Don't move. Here.
Thanks, Weiss.
Ruby, I think you have what it takes to be a good leader. Just know that I am going to be the best teammate you will ever have.
Aww.
Good luck studying. That's wrong, by the way. Hey, Ruby?
Uh-huh.
I always wanted bunk beds as a kid.
Every time I think I get it, like, I got her figured out, I'm wrong.
The moon. So there's something up with the moon.
Is it, like, getting worse? Oh, no.
Or
Maybe
is
that's just
there-
how it waxes and wanes.
Or
Maybe
is
that's
there,
how
like... I don't know. Are there, like, more than one moon?
I think maybe that's just its version of waxing and waning.
Maybe.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack, as they say, from these. I feel like Ruby's kind of maturing. You know what I mean? Like, we saw her acting out a lot, like messing around in class and sleeping and whatever, and she kind of got called out by Weiss. Weiss really got called out on her stuff about being a stuck-up little Miss Priss all the time who gets everything she wants.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of both right. Like,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
they
being
definitely
like that, but Ruby also kind of needs to
Step
be
up.
more of that leader, yeah.
And I feel like this really pushed their character progression in a good direction of getting Weiss to kind of open up a little bit more without just, you know, in the heat of the battle being like, oh, I respect you. This was more of a, oh, I need to work on me. I'm going to try to be, you know, the best teammate I can.
Yeah.
But also she kind of had to buck up against Ruby because she is such a perfectionist. You had to kind of expect that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it kind of came out of nowhere.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Like-
did feel like it. It felt like, hey, like a minute ago we were in the forest and we all loved each other.
Yeah.
And like then 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, hey, we're messing everything up. But maybe that's the thing too, is she's used to having everything her way, so having to live with them and like having her little area disrupted,
Yeah.
could have like set her off too. Like, hey, I'm not ready for change.
Exactly.
Very good though. I really like where the story is going. I wonder how they're gonna finish out volume 1 because we only have 6 chapters left.
And we haven't even seen like the end of chapter was it not 8
Yeah.
had Roman, and 9 and 10 didn't have any of him.
So what I'm wondering is, are they going to come in at the end? I know 15 and 16 are a little bit of longer episodes, so I wonder if everything's just going to kind of come to a head there, or if they're going to come in 16 and then leave us with a cliffhanger, which I mean would be smart to do. But I really want to see what's going on, or at least if he's not going to pull off his plan, you know, in this volume, if it is going to cliffhang on what he ends up doing, at least give us a little bit more background on it so I can kind of, you know, get excited about that storyline. Because right now we've really only seen him like twice. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I want to care about that storyline, but it's hard when it's not any part of the focus you get. And also I want the firewoman. I haven't seen her in a long time. I haven't seen first episode, right?
Yeah.
Bring her back.
Maybe that's their point. Maybe what they're wanting to do
bring back firewoman
is they're wanting to like throw in the little sprinkles of them in there, show us the main storyline so we fall in love with them, and then at the end, I bet what they'll do is they'll be like, here they are and they're bad, and they're gonna try to blow people up. And
I don't know, but I am waiting for that. I really, really want that to unfold a little more.
Me too.
What else? Is there anything else I'm looking for? Also, I miss Jean in this one.
I know.
Because like he's become sort of like, you know, such an integral part of the main storyline.
But all he did was like,
yeah,
Weiss,
like you saw him, but he wasn't like
her problem?
Part of the story. You know what I mean? Like, and I get you can't always have him part of the story, but I'm just saying I missed him in this.
Yeah,
you know, you can really feel when he's not, his presence isn't there.
Yeah.
Just because he is a really, really good comedic relief. But otherwise, I thought it was a really good episode. Let us know what you thought in the comments down below. We are having a live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys want to come and check us out, I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but if I did, then you know it again. And if you like this video, click that thumbs up button. The like thing, it turns blue when you touch it. Not everything does. If you want to see our future videos, give that subscribe button a hug. Well, welcome to the fam. Thanks for watching so much. We really appreciate you guys. Every single one of you click on these and just spend some time with us and hang out. We really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy watching them as much as we do making them.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll have some more videos out for you soon. Bye. Bye.